Latrobe Hospital remembers a local teen and his last act of generosity. Idlewild announces some changes for the 2026 season, and a local craft show will feature artisanal bookbinding. It's April 22nd, 2026. I'm Abigail Hakis, and this is your Bulletin Brief. A local family is honoring the life and lasting impact of 18-year-old Colin Keogh. Loved ones gathered at Independence Health System's Latrobe Hospital during National Donate Life Month to remember Colin, who died in January 2025 after a car accident, and went on to donate his organs to 7 recipients. His mother, Jen Keogh, spoke during a flag-raising ceremony, remembering her son's energy, kindness, and the way he brought joy to others. She shared a story about a family trip to New York City where Colin dressed as Spider-Man and lit up the streets around him.
Colin Keogh, a true superhero in every sense. During a family vacation to New York City, Colin dressed up as Spider-Man. He brought such joy to the streets, high-fiving children and even doing push-ups and dancing with a local runner. In Central Park, I can still see him standing there, standing proud, gazing across the skyline, taking in the beauty of the joy that he was spreading. That was Colin. Charming, full of charisma, and kind.
Colin chose to become an organ donor when he got his driver's license, a decision that helped recipients ranging from a 2-year-old girl to a 64-year-old man. His family says that legacy continues to inspire them. They're now giving back in his honor, supporting local causes and creating a scholarship for an EWCTC automotive student who reflects the same kindness Colin showed every day. To apply for the scholarship, go to Jen Keogh's Facebook page. The application deadline is April 30th. And now, here's the latest on Idlewild. Idlewild SoakZone is kicking off its 149th season with a wave of new attractions and events when it opens Saturday, May 23rd. Among the highlights is a new pirate-themed restaurant, Parrot's Perch, serving up chicken sandwiches, tenders, fries, and frozen treats near Captain Kidd's Adventure Galley. The park's classic Tilt-A-Whirl is also getting a Wild West makeover and moving into the Hoot and Holler area. Families will find updates across the park, from a fresh Kittyland shop featuring Daniel Tiger and friends, to upgraded cabanas and a new bridge in the water park, plus more seating in Old Idlewild. The season also includes a full lineup of events, like Spookly's Summer Celebration, Neighbor Days with Fred Rogers characters, Kids Fest, and the park's longest ever Hullabaloo. Opening day also falls on Pennsylvania's 143 Day, celebrating Fred Rogers, with special character photo opportunities. Tickets and season passes are on sale now at idlewild.com. In more local news, 2 Benedictine monks from St. Vincent Archabbey will showcase their craftsmanship at an upcoming Latrobe craft show. The Reverend Thomas Moore Sikora will demonstrate traditional bookbinding, while Brother Mark Florianini will display stained glass works. The event runs from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., Saturday, May 2nd, at St. John the Evangelist Church Parish Hall. More than 40 vendors will be on site, along with basket raffles, food, and handmade goods. Father Thomas says bookbinding is a detailed, hands-on process, and one that continues to fascinate people, especially students more used to digital reading. For more information, visit stvincentartisans.com. And now, here's Joe Wells with sports.
As the 2026 NFL Draft approaches, hopeful players across the country are waiting to hear their names called. But for Westmoreland County, that moment isn't new. More than 40 players from this region have been selected in the NFL Draft over the years, a legacy that stretches back to the very early days of the league. And that history includes one of the first. Fred Shirey of Latrobe was drafted in 1938, just 2 years after the NFL held its first ever draft. He was taken in the 5th round with a 32nd pick by the Philadelphia Eagles. Shirey grew up in Latrobe and attended Gray Latrobe High School, where he was a 3-sport athlete. He went on to play college football at Washington and Jefferson before transferring to the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. At Nebraska, Shirey made his mark. He was a 3-time first-team All-Big Six selection and earned first-team All-American honors in 1937. Despite being drafted by the Eagles, Shirey chose not to sign. Instead, he became a high school coach and teacher in Nebraska. 2 years later, in 1940, he returned to football, signing with the Green Bay Packers. He played 3 games before being sold to the Cleveland Rams, where he finished the 1940 season and played 3 more games in 1941. Shirey appeared in 12 NFL games before retiring. After football, he worked at a chemical company until his death at age 47. In 1976, he was posthumously inducted into the Nebraska Football Hall of Fame. Shirey's story is one of the earliest chapters in a long line of players from Westmoreland County to reach the NFL. That list includes names like Joe Sabulis of Whitney, Larry Joe of Newderry, Frank Patrick of Derry, Mark Markovich, and Vince Skillings, both from Latrobe, each representing different eras of the draft and the continued pipeline of talent from the region. From the early days of the NFL to the modern draft stage, Westmoreland County has consistently produced players who've reached the professional level. And with the draft now set to take place in Pittsburgh, that tradition remains as strong as ever. For those waiting to hear their names called this year, they'll be joining a legacy that started nearly a century ago, with players like Fred Shirey leading the way. Here's what's on the schedule for Wednesday, April 22nd. Greater Latrobe Boys Tennis is on the road this afternoon, traveling to the Altoona area for a 3:30 p.m. match. Greater Latrobe Softball is at home tonight, hosting Kiski area with a 6 p.m. first pitch. Also at home, Greater Latrobe Girls Lacrosse takes on Penn Trafford at 7:30. In Derry, the boys volleyball team hosts Ambridge for a 7 p.m. matchup, while Ligonier Valley Softball heads out to Bell Vernon area for a 4 p.m. game. And in the Latrobe Dairy Area Teener League, Bardeen's faces Naples tonight at 7:30. That's your local sports schedule for Wednesday. I'm Joe Wells. Get out and support your teams.
Thanks for tuning in. You can get more local news in our print edition, on our website at LatrobeBulletinNews.com, or on social media at Latrobe Bulletin. I'm Abigail Hakis, and this has been your Bulletin Brief.